in the peace efforts to end the insurgency of the Rhodes Resistance Army, LRA, in the northern Uganda, and was instrumental in championing the formulation and enactment of the Amnesty Act, Cap 316, which granted pardon to fighters who denounced rebellion. Cognizant that Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali was a diligent leader who supported His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in shaping the destiny of Uganda and served Uganda with distinction and patriotism for over 50 years as described above. Now therefore, be it resolved that Parliament of Uganda, one, collectively conveys its deepest condolences to the bereaved family, the people of West Nile sub-region, and the people of Uganda for the loss of a distinguished and gallant citizen of this country. Number two, that Parliament appreciates the distinguished service rendered by the late Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali to the people of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Is the motion seconded? By the Vice President, Lope. I would be safe to say by the whole House. So, you speak to your motion?
Right Honorable Speaker and members, my justification. Right Honorable Speaker, on Saturday, 18th July 2026, we learned of the death of the Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali. The departure of such a great statesman calls for a powerful tribute from this House. The motion to pay tribute to Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali is one I make with a heavy heart because I had the opportunity and the honor to work with him closely. He was a man of many titles and distinctions, yet he carried them with humility. Today, we recognize that among us stood a distinguished Deputy Prime Minister, a minister, a soldier, a legislator, a lawyer, and an advocate of the High Court, a businessman, and a family man. Right Honorable Speaker and members, Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali was born on 5th April 1939 in Pakere sub-county in the present-day Adjumani district. Orphaned at an early age, he rose above those circumstances through discipline, education, and service to become a teacher, a soldier, and a servant of people. Right Honorable Speaker and members, as outlined in my motion, Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali went on to live a life of service to Uganda from his first job as a teacher to the military service. His career growth was steady, rising to the rank of brigadier in 1974. In government, he served as a minister of provincial administration and a minister of finance in the 1970s, and later in various dockets under His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, including Minister of Youth, Culture and Sports, Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Minister of Trade and Industry, Minister of Internal Affairs, and the Minister of Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, among other notable duties. Right Honorable Speaker and members, in 1980s, Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali led Uganda National Rescue Front, maintaining resistance in the West Nile region until he signed a peace deal with the new government of His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, in 1986. This was followed by the integration of his forces into the National Resistance Army, NRA, and restoration of peace in West Nile. He was also commissioned into the National Resistance Army at the rank of Major General. He would later be promoted to Lieutenant General of the and to General in 2012. Right Honorable Speaker and members, in his political life, Right Honorable retired Moses Ali represented the people of East Moyo in the National Resistance Council and the Constituent Assembly, then served in the 6th and 7th Parliaments, and he continued from the 9th, 10th to 12th Parliament. During this period, he held the offices of 3rd Deputy Prime Minister, 2nd Deputy Prime Minister, 1st Deputy Prime Minister. He also served as the Deputy Leader of Government Business in the 9th, 10th, and 11th Parliament. In the 12th Parliament, he braved the campaign trail to retain his seat as a representative for Adjumani West, which term has unfortunately been cut short. We shall surely miss his wisdom in this house, and the people of Adjumani will miss their beloved leader. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I take this opportunity to thank His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for recognizing the abilities of Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali and retaining him in service for all these years. I also thank the President for according our brother an official burial. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable retired Moses Ali demonstrated the kind of determination we all admire when he invested in advancing his studies, even as he carried out his national duties. In 2007, he got a certificate in education in law at the University of Wolverhampton, then joined Makerere University for a Bachelor of Law degree, fulfilling his life-long ambition. He also obtained the postgraduate diploma in legal practice from the Law Development Center and was enrolled as an advocate in 2012. He also attained a master's in intelligence studies from the United States in 2015. Right Honorable Speaker and members, many may not know that the Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali was also an author. He wrote the book entitled Odyssey of the Nubi, from the soldiers of the British Empire to full citizens of Uganda in 2023. This is a lasting legacy for the Nubian community and also for Uganda's history. He will not be forgotten. Right Honorable Speaker, as we are informed by the President this morning, Moses Ali was a freedom fighter and a peacemaker. Despite his difficulties in the recent years, Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali remained committed to his duties. He was a good timekeeper and a decision maker, a timely decision maker. He never complained, whether in public or in private, but carried on like the gentle giant that he was until the Creator called him home. Right Honorable Speaker and members, as we pay tribute
to become one of General Idi Amin's most trusted ministers, and later took up arms as a rebel leader before accepting amnesty and returning to national life. General Ali devoted over 5 decades of his life to public service. Throughout that long journey, he served Uganda in various capacities: as a soldier, a member of parliament, a cabinet minister in several portfolios, first deputy prime minister, second deputy prime minister, and deputy leader of government business. He remained a central figure in Uganda's public affairs for many years. The late General Moses Ali belonged to a generation of leaders that witnessed and indeed participated in some of the most defining moments in Uganda's history. Through periods of political transition, conflict, reconstruction, and nation building. His longevity in public service also meant that he mentored and worked alongside several generations of leaders. Many members of this House today have differed with him politically, but they undoubtedly learned valuable lessons from his experience, his institutional memory, and understanding of the evolution of our nation. That wealth of experience deserves acknowledgement and respect. Public service is one of the noblest callings. It demands sacrifice, resilience, and commitment. The late Moses Ali answered that call for much of his life, and for that he deserves our respect and gratitude. He belonged to the NRM, and I belong to the National Unity Platform, NUP. But I respected him, even though we differed politically. I didn't even agree with the idea of him running for office again, yet he was unwell and needed to take a break. But I still give him his flowers for the service that he rendered this nation over the years. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, his passing, however, also invites us to reflect on an important national conversation. Death reminds all of us that beyond our different political parties, ideologies, and contests, we are all temporary custodians of public office. None of us is a permanent fixture in this world, and no position or status we hold is everlasting. So while we hold office, may we cause positive impact. may we be diligent leaders. Let us respect the rule of law and the people of Uganda whom we serve. As we mourn the late General Moses Ali, may this occasion renew our collective commitment to selfless leadership, accountable governance, and service above self. Let us strive to leave behind institutions that are stronger than we found them, and a country that is better because we had the privilege to serve. We welcome the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who joined us earlier for this tribute session. I would like to urge him to prevail over the various security entities to observe the law and respect the law as they do their work. The 1995 Constitution is a brainchild of the NRM government. We need to respect that Constitution. General Moses Ali was a believer in the rule of law, and that's why he gave up armed rebellion and then served in our national army. Anyone, whether a leader or an ordinary citizen, can be suspected by the state to have committed any offense, but they ought to be apprehended as the law stipulates, detained in a gazetted detention facility, and produced in court within 48 hours. Lately, Right Honourable Speaker and colleagues, people are abducted, taken for days, weeks, and even months. Sometimes they are tortured, their family does not know their whereabouts, and they are not produced in court. This is not right, and we must collectively condemn it. On behalf of the opposition, I extend our deepest condolences to the family of the late Right Honourable General Moses Ali, the people of Adjumani, the Muslim faith which he professed, the Nubian community which he loved dearly, his friends and colleagues, and all Ugandans who mourn his passing. May they find comfort in the years he dedicated to serving this our country. May God grant General Moses Ali eternal rest and comfort his family in this very trying time. For God and my country.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda is in the house, and she'll make a few statements.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. You are a very good man. Right Honourable Speaker and members of Parliament, I would like to sincerely extend my deepest condolences to the bereaved family of the late General Moses Ali, to you, Mr. Speaker, to His Excellency the President, to the Muslim community in Uganda and beyond, to the people of Adjumani, and indeed to all the people of Uganda. The Right Honourable Moses Ali was a nationalist who has served Uganda with dedication to the benefit of all the people of Uganda. His service to the country covered a wide range of spheres, including agriculture, politics, military, religion, education, sports, etc., in which he has left behind an indelible legacy. Mr. Speaker, the Right Honourable General Moses Ali was a commercial farmer. Who was a mentor and demonstrated to all the people of Uganda and the youth, especially, that the jobs and wealth are in commercial agriculture, in industry, services, and ICT. In his service as a politician, he mentored many, including myself. He was a freedom fighter, and he was such a humorous politician who you would not miss his message whenever he would communicate it. Mr. Speaker, in the military, he was such a disciplined officer, keeping time always. In cabinet, he would always be there before 9 to begin attending the Swahili lecture, the Swahili lessons, beating many younger ministers in terms of timekeeping. A good message that is living with us today. He was my neighbor in cabinet, and I really enjoyed his company. He would always communicate any small guidance which he feels that cabinet should consume, and I would articulate it on his behalf. Occasionally, he would write some messages for me to articulate for His Excellency the President. And whenever he would like to withdraw from cabinet, he would always make sure that he has sought for authority. I would now like to withdraw. It is time, it is 2 o'clock. There was a time when his doctors had advised him to always withdraw from cabinet at 2 o'clock. But he would not walk out without permission. And while walking out, he would always make sure that he greets His Excellency the President with a very sharp salute, even at his stage of his illness. So he was a very disciplined officer who knew what serving in the army meant, and indeed he was living like a military officer. Remember when we used to go to Chankwanzi, when he was still physically fit, we used to call him our bouncing officer. He would walk with a lot of haste, and you would enjoy the way he would be taking and carrying himself. Mr. Speaker, we all know that he loved the Muslim religion so much, but that did not stop him from being very close to other members of different religions. And he would always be a bridge between the teams in case there was an issue. I know that he comes from West Nile with a long history of service to the country, but he knew how to immerse himself in a situation and come out with the team in the situation that he finds himself in. We in cabinet will miss him. In education, Mr. Speaker, he was among the founders of West Nile University, a private university who I would like to encourage all members of this House to continue supporting up to the logical conclusion, because it is still in its initial stages. But he also supported university education. Going to school at that age, he went to get the bachelor's degree in law, and he also got a PhD honorary in IU. But you could see a leader whose heart is too much into university education, especially of the Muslim young girl. He used to talk about how Muslim young girls are always disadvantaged, but he was a voice in raising the young girls who are Muslims to go to school and complete school. Mr. Speaker, there was a small clip which was circulating at one time, demonstrating that General Moses Ali was indeed a supporter and a participant in sports. In Nambole, one time he was playing football, and he kicked it with all his might, and you saw what happened. But it is a fact that sports is very good for physical fitness. He was a sportsman, and indeed, he has mentored many young sports people. He touched many lives during his service to our country with his humor and simplicity in carrying his messages. Mr. Speaker, I thank His Excellency the President for standing with General Moses Ali and the family, especially during the time when he needed specialized treatment. His Excellency the President was always standing with him, according him all the necessary support in terms of medication. May the Almighty God rest the soul of General Moses Ali in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Lieutenant General James Mujira. Honorable Lieutenant General James Mujira.
The microphone is neutral, like the UPDF, so I can stand here.
UPDF stands on the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Right Honorable Speaker, colleague members of the August House, for the record, I'm Lieutenant General James Mujira, a Member of Parliament representing the Uganda People's Defense Forces, which is the other family of the late Right Honorable RO 10620, General Retired Moses Ali. I rise to second the motion for a resolution of Parliament to pay tribute to one of Uganda's longest-serving military officers at the time of his retirement, a four-star general who devoted his life to the service of his motherland, a courageous freedom fighter, politician, statesman, and servant of the people who breathed his last on Saturday, the 11th of July, 2026, at Nakasero Hospital at the age of 87. On behalf of the UPDF fraternity, I do extend our deepest condolences to the bereaved family, the people of Ajuman and the entire Western Nile sub-region, the honorable members of Parliament, and to His Excellency the President on the loss of this distinguished son of Uganda. As UPDF, we are mourning and paying a glowing tribute to one of us, a brave soldier who, according to available military records, joined the National Army, that was the Uganda Army at that time, on the 16th of May, 1968, as a cadet officer, and rose through the ranks to a four-star general at the time of his retirement. His military training included officer cadet and paratroop instructors course, company commanders course in Israel, and staff college course at Canberra in the United Kingdom. Right Honorable Speaker, General Ali's political and military career stretched across more than 5 decades and mirrored some of the most turbulent periods in Uganda's post-independence history. We are therefore paying tribute to a man whose life was deeply intertwined with the history of Uganda. His journey through different periods of our nation's history reflected a remarkable ability to adapt to changing circumstances. His resilience, experience, and ability to navigate changing political landscapes made him one of Uganda's most enduring public servants. His contribution will no doubt remain part of Uganda's historical record. As a freedom fighter, General Moses Ali believed in the ideals of national unity, peace, and stability, contributing to the country's journey through some of its most challenging moments. General Moses Ali led the Uganda National Rescue Front, UNRF, during the 1980s against the Obote II regime, and after the Obote II regime was overthrown by the NRA, he embraced peace and signed a peace agreement with the government on the 16th of November 1986, which resulted into the integration of the UNRF fighters into the national Minister of Finance. The second was Brigadier Barnabas Kiri, who was the Minister of Education. If you didn't know the two, I can assure you going to secondary school will be a problem. Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ari had a passion for and really loved the military. A problem. Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ari had a passion for and really loved the military. He always had officer 4 stars on his vehicle, even on the civilian vehicle, and even in retirement. Whenever the UPDF issued a new type of uniform in its stores, General Ari always asked for a pair of the new uniform. I know wherever he is, he must be happy that at least he has been given send-off in full military or with full military honors. I don't know which other portrait they would have put there with him in civilian clothes. General Ari, though my senior in all ways, whether it is in age, in rank, in status, was also a personal friend. I personally worked with him closely in the mid-1990s when I was private secretary to His Excellency the President, and I always treated his correspondences to the President on matters of stabilization of West Nile as a top priority. I later on worked with him closely in 2004 when I was in charge of the Chieftains of Military Intelligence at a time when some rebel group was trying to establish bases in West Nile, which, with his support, were able to dismantle that group. A few years back, when he came back from treatment abroad, he called and updated me of his health and a planned Thanksgiving function in Adjumani. I couldn't attend the function because I was out of the country, but I sent him some contribution towards the function. He was so grateful and appreciative that when he returned to Kampala, he gifted me an autographed copy of his book, The Odyssey of the Nubi, From Soldiers of the British Empire to Full Citizens in Uganda. In that book, he gives an account of the injustices to Nubi soldiers and the Nubi resistance against, with advancing government development programs, promoting national unity, and supporting partnerships aimed at improving livelihoods in Adjumani and other parts of the country. To many in the West Nile region, he was a respected leader who championed the interests of his people. His supporters remember him for his commitment to community development, national unity, and public service. No wonder they continued voting him into parliament even when his health had deteriorated and he was visibly frail. Right Honorable Speaker, General Ari had the will to live. He was a fighter like a real general, and he fought on till the last hour. He could never miss national functions. I think even his decision to contest for Member of Parliament this year shows his never retreat, never surrender, never give up spirit of a general. Right Honorable Speaker, colleague members, as we mourn the General's departure, we also celebrate a life well lived, a life marked by service, sacrifice, and commitment to Uganda. His passing marks the end of a remarkable chapter in the country's history, but his legacy will continue to inspire generations. General Ali's contribution to our nation will remain woven into the fabric of our history, and his memory will continue to guide those who follow in his footsteps. We are grateful for a life lived with purpose, for sacrifices that secured our people's freedom, and for a legacy that will continue to inspire generations to come. Though the General is no longer with us in body, his spirit lives on in every citizen who cherishes freedom, every soldier who serves with honor, and every young person inspired to lead with integrity. May we honor the General's memory not only with our words, but with our actions. By preserving the peace he fought for, defending the freedoms he helped secure, and living by the principles he so faithfully upheld. To his beloved family, we thank you for sharing him with the nation, often at great personal sacrifice. We pray that the Almighty grants you strength, comfort, and peace during this difficult time. To the people of Western Nile and colleague members of Parliament, the UPDF mourns with you. We honor a leader who dedicated much of his life to the service of his country and people. General, your mission on earth is complete. Your watch has ended, but your legacy endures. You have fought your battles and people. General, your mission on earth is complete. Your watch has ended, but your legacy endures. You have fought your battles, served your nation, and left a legacy that will not be forgotten. May the Almighty grant you eternal peace, and may your legacy continue to inspire thoughtful leadership, patriotism, and service to the nation. The gentle giant has gone to sleep. Fare thee well, General Moses Ali. Rest in peace. I thank you.
Thank you. So I hope you've heard, generals never surrender, never retreat. Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, General Moses Ali was your deputy, second deputy. And you worked with him as speaker here in this same chair, as deputy speaker.
Thank you very much.
3 minutes, please. Yeah.
Mwenyekiti na wabunge, habari za asubuhi.
Sawa.
Hujambo. Honorable Speaker, let me begin by thanking the interim government for the constitutional making process, because it enabled Uganda to correct certain very, very historical injustices. And one of them was the tribes that had been swallowed up by the bigger ones were able to get listed in the constitution and be recognized. And among those were the Nubi. Now, Speaker, General Ali, you have been told about the book he wrote, and I would recommend Mr. Siraj Ali, I think should try and make the books available to the members. It's very, very important reading, so that people understand the history of this country and how people have been living. Somewhere in his book, he says the following: the feeling of having no power over one's history, no right to describe oneself, no capacity to determine one's destiny, no influence over what is written, no capacity to self-define, and the presence of general misery and hopelessness. This was the situation the Nubi people found themselves in, and Honorable General Ali did research over a long time, extensively, by the way, and documented the history right from the, I think the 18th century, tracing all the Nubis, the Egyptian Nubi, the Acholi Nubi, the Langi Nubi, and all those until they came to Uganda. The book reflects on what must have been men who must got courage and whose migration and settlement were externally driven. They were just brought here through circumstances. They found themselves here, and then they did not have a proper belonging. That's why I say that the constitution-making process was very important for the history of this country and for many of the tribes that had been marginalized. Honorable Ali was a calm person. I remember a number of occasions when we had very heated debates on Apa, on Zoka Forest. He remained calm despite the pressures. Those are very, very heated debates in this house. Actually, sometimes I thought this man, after that, he'll follow us. But he left, he would leave the chamber, go back, come back tomorrow, and then we'll do our work. So I really want to thank him for his calmness. You have been told about his military exploits, but I really wanted to concentrate on his struggle for identity and his struggle for the people of West Nile, and especially the Nubi people. Honorable Speaker, when we were growing up, after the Amin War, all people of West Nile were called Amin's people. So it meant that they were marginalized politically, socially, economically, and so on. I remember a lot of them lost their property. It has never been returned. I have a family that is still checking on me. They still come to me to find out, is it possible to unfreeze our accounts? Is it possible to get back our buses? And I write the Ministry of Finance, nobody answers. I think nobody has a solution. But I think, Honorable Speaker, we have done a lot to restore what the Indians lost. These people also lost. You have been told that I was shown my children, some of them are my children, who were born in Zaire, born in Sudan. All of this belonged somewhere. Their parents lost property. They came back to nothing. They've never recovered. So I think this time we did something for this community. So I want to really thank General Ali. By the way, he taught us, whatever time I reached cabinet, he was always there. He was always there, never late. And as the VP has said, he would leave at a certain time, but leave with decorum. So I think he really teaches us discipline and punctuality. I really want to thank you for his contribution to Uganda, and I really pray that the wrongs against the people of Nile should be corrected. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Right Honorable former Speaker, now the First Deputy, I thought you were going to tell this House about his calmness. He was seated there one day, and somebody raised order, and that he was sleeping. When he got up, he said, I was just meditating and closing my eyes to avoid seeing ugly people like that was the man. Honorable members, in the VIP gallery this morning, we have Right Honorable Brigadier General retired Alhaji Moses Chigongo, the first National Vice Chairperson NRM and former Deputy Speaker of this House for 10 years. And then we have the Right Honorable Ruahana Rugunda, the former Prime Minister. We also have Honorable Peter Lokeris, former Minister of Karamoja. We have Ambassador Nusura Tiperu, Ambassador of Uganda to Turkey. We have Honorable John Emily Otekat, to the late, yeah. Honorable Wangolo Jacob, former MP. Honorable Gerard Seranda, the Yala MP and Secretary General of DP. Honorable Olobo James Dubai, former Member of Parliament. Honorable Cooper Elijah, former Member of Parliament. Honorable Dominica Abu, former woman MP. Honorable Haji Idi Isabirie, former Member of Parliament. They have come to join Parliament in paying tribute to the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali. Please make them feel welcome. Now we have to do some housekeeping. The housekeeping is that, one, don't write to the speaker. Two, so many people want to speak, but I want to begin with the members of Parliament who are traveling to West Nile, because they have to leave. And we want to apportion time, 2 minutes each. And then until when we abuse it, we shall reduce it to 1. And the count starts now. Honorable Fungaro, the chairperson of the caucus. Two minutes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Honorable Fungaro Caps Hassan, Chairman, West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, Member of Parliament representing Obongi constituency in this Parliament. And also, one of the many students whom General Moses Ali, in the process of his struggle, preparing the future, preparing for the continuity of the struggle through educating people, he sent to various schools. I mourn General Moses Ali as a leader. In the interest of time, this is the theme under which I mourn General Moses Ali. Stock taking and recalibration of the struggle General Moses Ali stood for and lived for. Stock taking means counting the gaps and the gains. What did he fight for? And what did he get in the fight? And what did he not get? This is a moment of counting those things. Some of the things he fought for, Right Honorable Alitwala Rebecca Kadaga, our former speaker, mentioned here and were not fulfilled. For example, the compensation of the people of West Nile for what they lost. Actually, not the compensation, but returning, giving them what they deserved. Just like what was taken for the Indians was given back to them. But what was taken from the West Nile people, Mama.
Honorable Olero Tom, answer. Honorable Olero Tom, answer. Use your time carefully.
Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the people of Moyo District and on my own behalf, I extend our sincere condolences to the bereaved family members and to all the Ugandans in your respective capacities. We are here to pay tribute to General Moses Ali posthumously. We are here to talk about his legacy, where he has been a seasoned, celebrated, hardcore military tactician, a farmer, a lawyer, a patriot, a Pan-Africanist, a teacher. He has had he's going to have a very long-lasting legacy in the sense that he has left 2 members of parliament in this house and 2 ministers in this house, and that is none other than Honorable Minister Siraj Ali and Honorable Alerotom Aza in the house. That's congratulations. Otherwise, he's a pillar of West Nile. He was the one who represented the people from West Nile when they were in the Sudan in exile, when they were in Congo in exile. And therefore, I want to thank the government for according him official funeral, and to you all who are here, I thank you very much. Let us commiserate with the family. Let us condole with the family so that the soul of our gallant soldier rest in peace. I say all this for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Honorable Jessica Ababiku, the woman MP, Ajumani, and our commissioner.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Allow me to convey my condolences in that of people of Ajumani, to government, to you, cabinet, all members of parliament, and our party. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank His Excellency the President for according our senior, our hero, state burial. And we want to thank you for supporting us in different forms to ensure that today we are seated here, but also able to travel to Ajumani. And at this point, allow me give people who are here and outside that we are ready waiting for you. And I'm working with Honorable Alanyo Marshall. Those who want to travel, you can rise up. Those who want to travel can register with the Honorable. And we wish you safe journey. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Amen.
Third Deputy Prime Minister, who is going ahead. You may say she's from Ajumani, but she's going ahead.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to convey my deepest condolences to the family of General Moses Ali, the people of Ajumani, the people of Uganda, and the Muslim community. General Moses Ali was very passionate about education. I have my sister who was studying in, used to be in Bombo Secondary, and she said that she knew Moses Ali by the number of students that Moses Ali, the general, he was supporting. So for her, she thought that the whole school was being supported or paid school fees by General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali has taken children outside Uganda and within the country for scholarships. General Moses Ali went back to school at that advanced age, and he has died as a lawyer, an advocate. That is how passionate he has been with education. General Moses Ali loved his religion. General Moses Ali has been going in the corridors there in the lobby to make his prayers. Because he was supposed to be here, but he could get out slowly, he sits inside there and make his prayers. General Moses Ali is the mind behind the construction of Gaddafi Mosque. The University of IU and other Muslim institutions, he has behind that, and he has been a council member to the University of IU. So we thank Honorable General Moses Ali for what he has done.
Thank you. Honorable members, in the public gallery this morning, we have immediate family members of the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali. They include Mama Kerima Ali, the widow. We have Mama Amina Ali, the widow. We have Mama Aziza Ali, the widow. We have Mr. Bashir Musa, the son. And not in the public gallery, but in the house, in the chambers, we have Honorable Suraj Ali Musa, the son. We have Zainab Ali, the daughter. We have Mariam Ali, the daughter. They have come to join Parliament in paying tribute to the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali, and also to listen to what other people say about their father and their husband. So join me in making them feel welcome. We also have Honorable Hamson Obua, Dennis Obua, the former government chief whip and the vice national NRM chairperson, in charge of northern Uganda. He has missed and lost a supporter. Can I have Honorable Mavejina Akumu Catherine, the elder?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues. I rise on behalf of the elders and the people of northern Uganda whom I represent to convey our heartfelt condolences to the family of late General Moses Ali, the Parliament, the executive led by His Excellency the President, and the judiciary and the whole country. The late Moses Ali was our icon and with a big heart. In 1986, when the First Lady founded OWESO, that is Uganda Women Effort to Save Orphans, Right Honorable Moses Ali was one of the donors and a great supporter of OWESO, because I personally used to go to him, to his farm, to get bulls for our orphans, together with my late sister Angela Kaba. In 1994, when General Moses Ali was campaigning for the CA, that is Constituent Assembly, I was also campaigning, and when I was going back to Nebe, I had to pass through Moyo and Gulu. And so we were abducted by the rebels just in Pabo there. Fortunately, our UPDF were nearby, and they quickly came and rescued us. But all our things were looted. But when I reached Germany, I had to report to General Moses Ali, who was also busy with his campaign. He gave me more money than what I had raised in Kampala and what was looted. So I'm very grateful to him. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, General Moses Ali worked with me when I was appointed in cabinet. He guided me and mentored me when I was a junior minister of state.
Honorable Huda Oleru, who has been the minister in charge of retired general minister, and she's still Minister of Veterans.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I rise to support the Mason to pay tribute to our fallen gallant son of West Nile. Mr. Speaker, General Moses Ali chaired the Cabinet Committee, the Cabinet Economic Committee that facilitated the economic relationships which this country had with the Gulf states. When he chaired the committees, what are the benefits? We are benefiting as a country from OIC. And I know, even in this house, we have a parliamentary union on OIC that members travel to attend those. It is Moses Ali's contribution that now you have that committee here. Through chairing of that committee, now we benefit, we get a lot of loans as a country from Islamic Development Bank. That is the role of Moses Ali. From chairing that committee, Moses Ali facilitated the establishment of Islamic University in Uganda, where he has been a council member and also the chairperson of Appointments Committee. Therefore, he has been doing both strategic and operational role at Islamic University in Uganda, and I have been his member in the committee. Moses Ali loved education. In fact, when
Now I want to invite the parliamentary imam. The imam. You can talk about his faithful, and he might give us a different view.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name, Kaka Lubega Ismail Othman. I represent Kakuto County, and in my capacity as the parliamentary imam, I stand to rise with profound sorrow and humility to pay tribute to the long-serving statesman. Right Honorable Speaker, according to the time factor, I want to remind our colleagues that according to Islamic teachings, when someone dies, his soul taken from his body or her body, the soul is kept in the sky. Whatever taking place here is watching. When you say something good, he will say, thank you. When you say something bad, he will cry. Honorable colleague, let's try our best to make our honorable colleague comfortable in his grave. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, according to Islamic teachings, still, when someone dies, all his work and services cuts off, except 3 items. I will mention one, what we call in Islamic Arabic language, Sadaqatul Jariyah. Sadaqatul Jariyah is when you make something, you give out charity in the name of someone who has passed on. Me, in my capacity as the parliamentary imam of the 12th Parliament, I will construct a borehole in Adjumani.
Please, just conclude on that borehole.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. In my capacity as the parliamentary imam, I will construct a borehole through Tabassum Foundation in Adjumani. And I pray the Almighty Allah, whoever used that water, he channels the rewards to the late General Moses Ali.
Honorable Alenyo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to support the motion. Honorable Speaker, on the 21st of April 1914, West Nile, by order of council in the UK, became part of Uganda. Every people have their own Moses. For us as West Nile, our Moses, the biblical Moses, was Moses Ali. So I ask honorable members to thank His Excellency the President for appointing another Moses Ali, Siraj Ali, Honorable members, as West Nile, we thank His Excellency the President for keeping the life of Moses Ali present. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, Moses Ali worked with me as the General in the Ministry of Internal Affairs, where he appointed two people, Arthur Ibale and me as timekeepers. One day, he caught us. We were timekeepers, but we never used to sign the book because we thought we were important. One day he asked us, show your names in this timekeeping register. We were not there. He taught us humility, that even if you're a leader, you must be accountable to the people. Finally, those in the military who are serving, particularly in the West Nile, yesterday, the army spent majority of the day burning boats in Pakwach, the Fisheries Protection Unit. You have to serve with humility. We don't have to serve when you are in the military by burning people's boats and making sure that people hate the uniform. I rise up to thank the Moses Ali General for protecting his people when we went to exile and when we came back. And to this house, thank you for having our father in this house and respecting him. Even when he looked frail, he looked sickly, people used to look at him with honor and respect. On behalf of the West Nile, I want to thank you so much, fellow members, for honoring him. Thank you very much.
The parliamentary caucus chairperson, the Muslim. And then I will have ask is also going.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you quoted the Quran correctly, chapter 2, verse 155. Allah says, and certainly we shall test you with the of fear, like loss of lives, mentor and source of wisdom. Through his guidance, laws to uplift the Muslim community have been presented in Parliament and passed here. For example, the Islamic banking. Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali has been within the Ugandan Nubian community. For generations, he provided leadership and guidance and a sense of solidarity, Most recently, when I presented a petition on behalf of the new he called me to his office.
Honorable dear, you did not need to cross this side, but since, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. I would like to start by thanking His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the gesture to our brother to have this special sitting. One, as West Nile, we want to thank for himself, Kaya Road, as I speak to you now, that road is tarmacked, and the road from Koboko, Yumbe, Moyo, the contractor is also on site. That means the entire West Nile is going to enjoy tarmac road. We thank him for that. When it comes to connecting West Nile to the national grid, I remember when I joined the 10th Parliament, we joined the efforts together with General Moses Ali, who always requested President to meet the leaders from the region. One time we had a meeting spearheaded by him at State House in Entebbe. And we sat with the President as leaders from West Nile. He's the one who led.
Thank you. Honorable Isaac Otingu, MP Padiere. But we all noticed that being appointed a minister, Honorable Dia, is completely different. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I stand before you to pay tribute to a great general, a great servant for the people of West Nile. A lot has been said on what the great general has done for us as the people of West Nile. But one of the things we do appreciate him for is that he always made sure that West Nile got its fair share of the national cake. And through that, we have managed to get electricity as mentioned. We have managed to get the roads as mentioned. The famous Laropi Bridge funding, which is going to start, that was another champion, bridge champion by the great general who is laying before us. So as new members of this parliament, some of us were in the second term, we came towards the last years of the great general. But nevertheless, he always got time to call us in his office and continued guiding us on some of the projects and issues to raise. One of the issues he always used to tell us about was the road also between Nebi going to Goli and all the way to Fura. That is one of the roads that he was passionate about. And now that we managed to pass a loan here of 20 million United States dollars for that road, we do urge the Ministry of Works to fulfill that pledge of making sure that road of Nebi, Goli to Zombo is tarmacked. I do thank you all and appreciate, and we welcome you to West Nile tomorrow for the burial of the general. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Miri Babalanda, the chairperson of the National Organizing Committee. We want you to speak so that you don't miss the flight to West Nile.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker and honourable members. Right Honourable Speaker, I stand here to pay tribute to the Right Honourable General Moses Ali. Right Honourable Speaker, today we gather not only to mourn the passing of Right Honourable General Moses Ali, but also to celebrate the extraordinary life of a man whose name is permanently etched in the history of Uganda. Right Honourable Speaker, General Moses Ali was an exceptional patriot, a distinguished soldier, an accomplished statesman, and a dedicated public servant whose contribution to our nation spanned more than 5 decades. Throughout his life, he remained steadfast in advancing the ideals of peace, national unity, and socio-economic transformation. This House has lost one of its most experienced, respected, and accomplished members. For over 2 decades, General Moses Ali faithfully served the people of West Nile in Parliament. He was first elected Member of Parliament for East Moyo County in 2001, re-elected in 2011, and later represented Adjumani West County from 2016 until his passing on Saturday. His repeated electoral victories reflected the immense trust and confidence that his
Honorable Shamim Malende.
Right Honorable Speaker and colleague members, I'm Shamim Malende, woman member of Parliament for Kampala District. Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the people of Kampala, I rise to pay tribute to the fallen General Moses Ali, who is before us here. Right Honorable Speaker, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the family, the people of West Nile, the Muslim fraternity, and the nation at large. From an Islamic perspective, Right Honorable Speaker, death reminds us that every soul shall return to Allah, and what remains are those good deeds. General Moses Ali, the late, championed unity, particularly amongst the Muslim community, and he also encouraged coexistence of all persons, irrespective of their background, political affiliations, or faith. Right Honorable Speaker, if the titular head of the Muslim community, His Royal Highness Prince Kasim Nachibinge, confirmed to us that he's been having engagements with him over several matters, who are we as leaders not to pick a lesson from the late General Moses Ali? Right Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, we pray that the soul of General Moses Ali may rest in eternal peace, and according to the faith of Islam, every person has shortcomings, but in the Muslim faith, what we speak of are the good deeds of a person, and then we pray that God forgives his transgressions. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Thank you. Condolence message from the National Resistance Movement, Office of the First National Vice Chairperson.